Hey everyone, this is Peter Holdman, and today we're going to edit another photo. This is a little bit different from my 4 Edit Fridays in that we're going to do one of Jared's pictures from over at Frono's Photo that he put up to do raw edits. Unlike Jared and Adam's edit, this one will be in Capture One Pro 10. Let's see what we've got. I'll link up the video and the blog post for their edits. But this is a picture Jared took of Modest Yahoo with his D5. It's exported as a DNG, which gives me a little bit less to work with. Like they don't have the other white balances in here. So let's see what we've got here. I think first off, I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. I'm going to use my shadow recovery, see how that looks. I think that brings in that detail brings in some of that shadow quite nicely. Let's see about some highlight recovery for that background and put a little bit more color in that background since we've got so much of it over here. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks good. I am going to warm this up. It looks a little bit blue to me. Probably not too much, but let's see what we at. 4,700. Yours makes no difference. Go about 5,000 there. We can do the option click to revert on here. So just to see, yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Let's see what else we can do. Push a little bit of contrast into here. It's got this little cut or something up there. Normally I don't like doing a lot of retouching on skin, but since that's not something that would normally be there, I think we're going to see about taking that out. Now normally I would do this in Photoshop, but for right now we'll just leave it in Capture One. So let's create a heel layer. Grab a brush here and bump the size up a little bit, hardness down. I don't want it to try to auto mask. So just paint in here. Like Lightroom, it takes a sample from some place that is way off. So we're going to just grab a nearby place. The thing I don't want to, or the thing I want to be careful of is this crease, so we don't knock that out. And there's a little bit of a spot next to it, and I'm not trying to get rid of that. So we'll kind of erase here. Because really I just want to get rid of that little nick. Kind of if you won't see it in 2 weeks, it's okay to retouch. So we'll see how that looks, and then the other selective edit I want to do is on the eyes. I'm going to come in here, do a tablet's being a little goofy on me here. I'm going to come in and throw an adjustment layer on. I just want to bring the brown in his eyes out a little bit. Let's bring the size of this brush up a little bit. Make it harder. Okay, and we're on the correct layer. So I'll draw in the eyes. Then we'll grab the eraser tool and kind of hit the edges to trim it in. Okay. Those eyes, actually, I'm going to take down this edge just a little bit. If you look at most people's eyes, there's kind of a little bit of a dark ring around it, so it shouldn't be a problem to leave a little bit, basically mask a little bit less than the iris there. And I'm just going to use shadow recovery to bring up that iris a little bit, so we get some color in there. Okay. Zoom this guy out. I think we're going to do a little bit of bring the levels in a little bit. Put a little bit of punch back into this. So this is basically, if you're used to Lightroom, this would be setting your black and white points. And then we'll bring a little bit of clarity in. Not too much, because normally that messes with portraits and skin tones, or skin, look of skin. Some sharpening on this guy. There we go. Let's see. Maybe bring that white balance up even a little bit more. Anything else we want to do with this? I'm thinking this is pretty good. Maybe we could play around with this background a little bit and make it pop even a little bit more. I'm just worried that in terms of tone selection, it's going to overlap with his face. So let's just bring this crazy color. Yeah, that is definitely affecting his face, so I don't want to do too much with that. Could do a selective on that, but that's probably a little bit more monkeying around than I feel like doing. Yeah, so we added a little bit of contrast, warmed it up, bunch of highlight and shadow recovery, and then set the black and white points so that we could bring more detail into some of the areas without losing the contrast. A little bit of clarity, a little bit of sharpening. Did the touch up on the forehead. And mess around with this a little bit. What if we darken it overall? It's kind of against what we did originally, but actually, no, I think I like that. A little bit more, a little more brooding or something, kind of goes with the look on his face. So, I think I'm pretty happy with this. So, I'll link up Froze Edit below here, and let me know what you think of this versus his and Adam's. If there's anything you would do differently, I'll keep an eye out for all the other edits of this photo. If you like this, please take a second to like the video and maybe subscribe to my channel. We'll have plenty of more editing tips and Capture One and maybe some other software tutorials. Thanks, have a great day.